All right, here's the door of my shop. We're gonna start to assemble the doors for the shop today. We're gonna put the rails up along the sides and the roller on the top. On the bottom corners, there's actually the foundation is wider than the brick wall, so we're gonna have to take a saw and cut a little groove out there for the angle iron to fit in. Over here is the door that's been shipped from the good old US of A all the way up to British Columbia in Canada. It's a roll-up door, curtain door, slat type. The whole thing was shipped in a big carton like that, just like this, only it was totally covered, came in a truck, and it weighs about 3,000 pounds there. Right here is the gearhead style garage door opener. It's a 3/4 horse gear reduction. Should lift her up. The square plates goes on the end of the rollers, on the end of that long black tube, one on each end for the bearing on one end, and the motor drives the other end. And underneath there, you can see the angle iron. There's two 18-foot angle irons, one for each side of the door. So the first thing I'm going to do is finish uncrating this, and then I'm going to lift up those angle irons with the front end loader on the tractor, and we'll get it in place and fit it in and nail her on there. Here's a better view of the angle irons that go up the side of the door. They're 18 feet long and one on each side, and I have to get them positioned the right width and the right height, exactly within 1/8 of an inch, they say. So I'm going to attempt to do that. And here's the roller. This side, as you can see, it's got a spring inside it. So that's on the side that doesn't have the motor. The motor will drive the solid side and then wind up the spring on the inside and take the tension off the curtain. And this is a Winlock style curtain. So it has little hooks on the end, so they hook inside this bar down in here, so the wind blows against it, up to 40 psi. It'll hold it from pulling the curtain out. And while we're at it, I'll show you the rest of the parts for the motor and door over here. Here's the business end of the gear drive, and it comes with everything. It comes with the plate for winding up the spring tension. There's the gear drive that goes on the other end for the gear, and this is the piece that goes on the bottom of the door. It's just air in it, so if the door comes down on something, little sensor will bring it back up. There's a garage door opener and bolts and the rest of the paraphernalia to make it all work. And in that box will also be a sensor for across the door. In case something is inside the door frame, it won't let the door close. Alright, we got a chunk of 1/2-inch nylon rope. That angle I'm guessing is probably, I can lift one end, so it's probably about between 300 and 400 pounds. That nylon rope can handle it no problem. I'll just take it with the front end loader and walk it over to the door and lift it up against the side of the door, and then I'll go up top and I'll throw a rope around the top up there and just tie it there so it'll be safe and sound. Here we go. Lift her up with the bucket. We'll just finish walking it over to the door now. Strapped on there nicely. Lift her up to the side of the door and tie her on. Here we go. Got her standing up against the wall now. Resting in her spot. Resting against the wall. I'll go get the other one, sit up there too, and then I'll go up and tie them up. So she's leaning against the wall there now. Ready to be pulled up into position. It'll come along on the top. along from the top and I'll pull them up, slide them into place. And then on the bottom, the foundation wall is actually about 1/2 inch wider than the bricks, so I'm going to have to, once I get the rails in place, and cut a little slot in there so that it's flush against the wall all the way up to the top. Alright, that's it for now. Alright, I winched the angle up to come along up on the top in a rope, and I want it 3.5 inches from the edge of the door to the edge of the metal. Took a felt pen, marked around here. This is out of the way here. So I'm going to have to take off about 1/4 inch of cement to make it so that the beam will sit up flush against this surface here. So I have to cut this out with my skill saw. Got a little cement blade on there, and I'll just cut that out. Alright, 5 minutes later, I've cut a bunch of grooves about 1/4 inch deep with my skill saw, and I'm going to just take a hammer and try and knock them out and grind it a little bit more with the skill saw until it's nice and flat, and see if the channel fits. Okay, I've beat all the ribs off with a chipping hammer, just a welding chipping hammer. Got it nice and flat. Check it with the level. Make sure that it's not got any high spots on it. Nice and level. Right, a piece back in there. She's gonna fit in there. Oh yeah, beautiful. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna get the Hilti gun out. Get my height adjusted properly here and drill a couple of holes here. Here we are, finishing the door off. We got her up. There's my buddy Terry. There he is right there. Helping with the door. We're lifting up the roller now, as high as it will go on the front of the tractor. A couple of safety straps on each side, little come-alongs, and we'll hoist her up into place. Here we go. Got the beams all both sides of the door up. Got the end plates on the rollers. We're ready to go. Here we are, everything up in place. Ready to mount the motor and then put the curtain on. I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm sure we can